Hey guys, SpacePigguArt here, and I'm back with another video. This is another of the just black and white pieces in my sketchbook that I do with my brush pen. It's been a little while since I did the last one, and I had an idea for this quite a while ago actually. I had it all sketched out in my lecture notes because I'm a good good student. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, I had this idea, so I just kind of had to sketch it out. So yeah, as you could see, possibly I already had some of the outlines in before I started filming, just to make sure it wouldn't take too long. Also, I tried editing a little bit more than I usually do on this, so you might see it jumping forwards occasionally because I didn't want too much repetitiveness, and especially like the hair, it's a lot of the same. But yeah, I sketched this with a 4H pencil, so it would be pretty light, just so it would be easy to rub out, and I'm inking it using my Pentel brush pen, which, yeah, I hadn't used in a while. I did a little bit of practice with it earlier today, but oh man, I really don't use this enough. I need to get better, get more practice in. But it still came out pretty good. I was quite surprised at how thin some of the lines did come out. But yeah. So yeah, I already had this whole thing kind of planned out, as I said, so it was pretty quick to do, which is always nice. The idea from this kind of came from D&D characters, I guess. I play a reasonable amount of D&D and games like that, so I tend to come up with a lot of random character ideas just because. And yeah, I had this idea for a sorcerer type elf character, and this is her, I guess. It's not like a super thought out character or anything, it's just like an idea I had, but yeah. And as you will soon see when I start putting it in, now in fact, she has this kind of cloud going around her. I liked the idea that she was kind of summoning that. I also really like how this turned out. The brush pen works really nicely for these kind of small, quick strokes. It's a lot easier to use that way as well. I need to get a lot better at using brush pens, which will hopefully come with time. But yeah. I don't really know what to say, honestly. There's not a whole lot to say. It's kind of repetitive. I'm trying to do some bits darker, some bits lighter, to kind of vary it a little bit, because, yeah. Oh, and you can see the page I did the original sketches for this on as well. I'm using it to make sure I don't smudge my ink, because I have a tendency to do that because I work, for some reason, from right to left instead of left to right. I don't know why I do that, but I almost always do. And it's kind of frustrating when you're trying not to smudge ink. But, yeah. I'm not really sure what else to say, honestly. Yeah, in terms of the design, I tried to keep it reasonably simple to kind of go with the whole usually medieval type fantasy theme that a lot of D&D type stuff tends to follow. But I also wanted it to be interesting, which is why she's got like beads and bands around her arms and legs, because otherwise it would be a bit boring, I guess. I also think I might have made her feet a bit small, but I'm very, very bad at feet, so honestly, managing them at all is something of an achievement for me. But yeah. As you can see, I changed her stance a little bit from the sketch I started with. Her calf muscles ended up being kind of huge. I guess as an adventurer you're walking a lot, you could claim that makes sense. Sorry, I'm covering up a lot of the drawing there, but again, working in a stupid order, trying not to smudge things. Yeah, just putting in the arm, trying to convince everyone that there's perspective there. Oh man, finishing off the clouds a little bit as well. Yeah, I think the easiest part of this whole thing was probably the clouds and the staff bit, which you can see I haven't quite started inking yet. Now I have. I think just because they used a lot of smaller lines, they were a lot easier to do. But I do really like the smooth lines and the varied lines you can get with brush pens, so yeah, I'll have to try and find ways to incorporate more texture, I guess, into stuff I do in the future. But yeah. I'm sorry, I've been kind of not knowing what to say this whole thing, but really it's pretty repetitive. I don't know if anyone's particularly interested in me talking about random other stuff either, so yeah. I guess I'll get better at this with time. Anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. If you liked it, please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And yeah, that would be super appreciated, and you can check in my description box for my various social media links. So yeah, thank you very, very much for watching, and goodbye!